All right. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blackwater Report. I'm Ken, and today's guest, we have Mr. RC Pittman, who has come in today. He is running for Santa Rosa County District 2, and there's quite a few people running this election. So we have him in here. He's been kind enough to come in and talk a little bit. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself and a little bit about why he's running for this District 2 seat. So, Mr. Pittman, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Glad to be here.
So, to get things started, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 73 years old. I'm a native. Both sides of my family go back pre-Civil War. I discovered a Civil War cemetery out off of Robinson Point back after Hurricane Ivan, where I have some real relatives buried there. And lived around here all my life, worked around here all my life. Had a lot of different jobs leading up to being into business for myself, which I went into business for myself back in 1978, I believe it was, 76, 78. Been a Christian, raised in a Pentecostal home, been an evangelist, started one of the groups that is still active today called the Masters Men Quartet. I was an entertainer. I started out my younger life working for a company called Gulf Coast Paving and Grading. We built probably half of the paved roads up in Jay. Went from that into the entertainment industry for a number of years, and got into the trucking business with my brother. I wound up owning RC Pittman Trucking Company from 1981 till 1999 when I sold out. Been a member of the Trump team since 2015. I started an organization called Bikers for Trump. We've been very instrumental. I've been on a national speaking tour with American Priority, America First, different organizations. My wife, she does logistics for the different rallies. She actually does logistics for General Clinton and his rallies. Those type of things have basically been what I have been doing for the last since 2015.
Yeah.
As a minister / evangelist, most of my work was in the prison ministry.
Yeah.
It was in the even though I was working sometimes, most times in nightclubs, I could sit on the bar stool next to a guy drinking a beer and witness to him about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And have baptized and brought many people to Christ from that lifestyle.
Yeah.
As a man,
Yeah.
one of the main things that with the Trump organization and the different speeches that I done, actually they called them mini sermons.
Yeah.
You know, I get up there and do a 10-minute mini sermon, and but the main thing that caused me to be where I am today, I was doing a series of scriptural related. There's a couple of verses in the scripture that talks about where God said, I have men reserved unto myself for such a time as these. There's another place where he was talking to the prophet when they were crying out, the Philistines are against, everybody's against us, we are so few. And God told him, he said, I've got 7,000 that you know not of that have not bowed the knee to Baal. Baal, the goddess of fire.
Right.
The whole thing about God reserving men unto himself, I did quite a bit of study on that, and it come down to man's time on earth. We're allotted 70 years. That's biblical, 70. After that, it's kind of like Hezekiah.
Yeah.
Hezekiah prayed, Lord, let me live. And God added years to his lifespan. Where does these years come from? How do we obtain them? In my interpretation of it, people who pass away before their time, that was time that you can borrow from. Any man that's over 70 years old is referred to as a remnant in God's word.
Yeah.
Well, Scripture says God's always had a remnant. Bible teaches you, God said, I've always had a remnant.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe I'm part of that remnant.
Yeah.
And I believe that where I'm at right now, and the reason that I came off of the national circuit and came home,
Yeah.
I was doing a rally with General Flynn. We had done a rally together in D.C. Called the Jericho March Rally. There was 800,000 Christians that gathered, that I spoke, and I talked about this message at that rally, where they marched around Congress 7 times, hoping that the walls would fall in. But anyway, so I was doing a rally with General Flynn over in Louisville, Kentucky, and he and I had discussed this specific topic and how the men of today, folks, we've raised a bunch of pansies.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. We have raised a whole generation of pansies. Where are the mighty men of valor? Where are the men with integrity and honesty?
Yeah.
Where are they? The people that we have that are being elected in different offices, it doesn't matter which office.
Yeah.
We have turned our election system into a popularity contest. Mm-hmm. We have turned it into who's got the most money, who can buy the best votes.
Yeah.
And it ought to be about who's qualified.
Right.
The whole thing with General Flynn, with us discussing it, I was on the stage, and I was delivering my thought. And it was like somebody hit me in the back of the head with a brick. And it said, why are you all over the country teaching men how they should be men and how they should be taking care of their families? Mm-hmm. What gives you the right to do this when the community that you're living in is being destroyed by men that have no integrity. Some of them don't have any honesty. You folks have been around here for 10 years. I've seen it from afar.
Right.
And I've witnessed things and been made privy to things. A lot of y'all don't understand. I actually was with Matt Gates more than his wife was there for the first 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
He didn't have a wife.
Yeah.
But we escorted him. We did. We went to D.C. We presented legislature through Matt. Legislature that was written here.
Yeah.
So I've been a part of that scene, that side of it. I wasn't working. I wasn't concerned with my home.
Right.
The scripture says, "Be thy Lord over thy household."
Yeah.
This county is my household.
Yeah.
As a result, when that thought hit me, I finished my little speech and I come off the stage, and General Flynn and I were sitting in the back, and he was getting ready to go on, and we were talking, and I received a phone call that one of my son-in-laws had passed away. And that led to part of it, but the main thing that he and I talked about was what was going on here in Santa Rosa County.
Yeah.
The unchecked building practices, the rezoning of agricultural lands, the destruction of our waterfronts, our bays, our bayous, our creeks, our rivers. You know, back years ago, we didn't have no tourist committee.
Right.
We didn't pay money to advertise to bring tourists in here. Right. We just didn't do it. Our white beaches, our white sandbars on Coldwater Creek, Juniper Creek, they were all the advertisement needed.
Yeah.
You know, our beaches, our wetlands, and our marshes are the only filtration system that empties into our bayous, that empties into our bays, that makes our waterfront the cleanest of any in the country. Yeah. And we're letting it be destroyed simply for the lack of a commissioner saying no. Right. If you go back and look, 90% of the rezonings and the variances that could have been voted against were voted for in favor of mass building practices. Right. Needs to be stopped. Yeah. In my discussion with General Flynn, he said, "Pittman," he said, "do you think you could make a difference?" I said, "Yes, sir, I believe I could." He said, "Go home. God is telling me to tell you, go home." General Flynn's a very religious man. Well, I don't know that about him. Somebody talking about, well, he admitted to this, and he admitted, look, that man, not only would he take a bullet for this country, he'll do time for this country. Yeah. Mighty man of valor. Where are the mighty men of valor here in Santa Rosa County? Where are you? All right. Where are the men? Men, not women, Women women weren't called to be lord over this household.
Right.
Now, am I against women? I love women to death. You know, I've made mistakes in my life. Yeah, I've been married and divorced. Yeah, but women have a place that a man can't do their job.
Right.
So why are we allowing them to have rule over us? Yeah, I get criticized quite a bit for that, but see, me and my wife have an agreement. If I just make a decision outside the home, like we're going to do this or we're going to go here or we're not going to go there, whatever decision that I make, she never questions me out in public.
What?
But when we get behind the closed door of our house, I'm fair game.
Yeah.
I am fair game. But that's the way it ought to be.
Right.
I have the qualifications. I'm not a popular person. I've never tried to be popular. My circle until I started running for commissioner, I think I had like maybe 150 acquaintances on my Facebook page. And only about 4 or 5 of them did I even interact with.
Right.
Through my qualifications, I've noticed Kerry Smith made a confession. We did a rally down at Tiger Point. I don't know, some of you might not have saw it, but he was one of the first ones to get up and speak.
Yeah.
And blowed me away. He said, I've got to admit, he said, I was totally unprepared for this job. I had no idea what this job entailed. It took me a year just to learn the system and the different tasks that it takes to be a commissioner.
Yeah.
All he knew was how to buy and sell houses. He did not have the qualifications needed to walk in, so we paid him a year's worth of our tax money, basically to learn how to use the system in favor of the ones who back him, which is your builders and developers. That's fact. Go look at his fundraiser. Every builder, every developer, every land speculator, every one that was at his fundraiser. You know where his loyalties lie. That's not throwing mud. That'll stick without it being mud. You know, that's a fact. And seeing the type of people that were being elected to manage my tax dollars.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how long you've been here, but one of the things I hate about property tax is you buy a house, you pay, let's say you pay $60,000 for it. Right? All right. Well, you pay property taxes on the net worth of the house, right?
Right.
Well, they appraise your house next year, and they've been rising the cost of housing, and all of a sudden your house is now worth $100,000. Do you still pay the $60,000 that you? Or no, wait a minute, we got to up that to $1,000. No, wait a minute, that's an investment. I invested $60,000. That's what you charged me for.
Right.
And now you're charging me. I didn't put any more money into it. That's an investment. If I go out and buy, 3 or 4 pounds of gold,
Yeah.
When do I pay taxes on it? You pay a capital gain tax when you get rid of it. Why should a home be any different? A home, yeah, it's a home.
Right.
But it's also one of the largest investments that you'll ever make in your life.
Absolutely.
Now, they're taxing us every year on a capital gains tax of what our home is worth. Mm-hmm. And it goes up and up and up. Where does it stop? Where does it stop?
Yeah.
It stops when you sell the home and you pay another capital gains tax on the home, but you've already paid that tax every year leading up to that. That's the kind of nonsense that we have been subjected to as men, and we've allowed it to happen. We've allowed all the problems. We've allowed the infrastructure to deteriorate. We've allowed the flooding and the erosion. We've allowed that to happen by who we voted into office, by not doing our due diligence.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got qualifications in building roads, maintaining roads, repairing roads. Did it when a many hot day out there on the back of the asphalt spreader.
Yeah.
360 degrees coming out under your feet. I burned up 3 pairs of shoes in 3 months. That was the job.
Yeah.
In the flooding, erosion, over 30 years working on the waterfront. I know how to build jetties. I know how to dig ditches and install culverts and direct water. Mostly flooding is caused by elevations.
Yeah.
And if you go out here and say, we're going to let D.H. Horton, for example, we're going to let them go there and they've got this whole big piece of land and they're going in there and they're going to start building homes.
Right.
Well, has there been a study done on the drainage that's necessary for that development?
Right.
Don't you think that they ought to be responsible for the elevations, whether it needs to be raised, whether it needs to be lowered, for all of these mass houses and the drainage and you're using up land that was soaking up water. Now you got a house there.
Yeah.
You've used up, like my brother built a business over in Pensacola. He only had so much land, and they restricted on how much of it that he could cover up with a building or a parking lot.
Yeah.
Why are not we restricting these home builders to that same practice? You're going to put in this many number of houses. You're actually reducing the aquifer system of that water sinking into the ground. Look at it. Let's say you've got 50 houses.
Yeah.
Hey, 2,000 square foot of house. You just lost a whole bunch of square footage of land that would drain that water.
Right.
Why not make the builders and the developer responsible instead of they built, they're gone, we got a flooding problem.
Right.
They built, they've gone, we got erosion. I know how to correct that with culverts, with ditches. Yeah. That's another big thing. Right around Santa Rosa County, talking about infrastructure, a simple thing like keeping the ditches and the culverts clean.
Right.
It's going to be hard to find a clean one.
Yeah, yeah.
most of the ditches around here are in severe need of being dug out.
Yeah.
The county's got that equipment.
Yeah.
Why isn't it being used every day?
You
Uh,
know, keep things.
look at the roads. My district. Oh, I live in District 2.
Right.
You know, I realize I vote, whatever vote I make would affect the entire county.
Absolutely.
But my residence is in District 2. I have to run as a representative from District 2.
Yeah.
But everybody gets to vote on me.
Yeah.
You know, them people down in the bar don't know nothing about me.
Yeah.
District 2 does. I live there.
Yeah.
Those people up in the, well, I can't say that because probably 50% of the people north of Coldwater Creek are my kinfolk.
Yeah.
You know, Pittmans, Pedens, Eights, Evers, McCrannies, all that bunch up there. But we as men have got to stand up.
Right.
Mighty men of valor. The Bible is so strict about that. Where are the mighty men of valor? We've lost touch with that. Separation of church and state caused a lot of it.
Right.
And you won't find that term nowhere in the Constitution.
Yeah.
It's not in there.
Yeah.
This country, this county, I remember back in the day, you couldn't even buy a beer in this county on a Sunday.
That's right. You could not.
For many years.
That's right.
They wasn't a nightclub, a bar nowhere in this county. They were private clubs.
Right.
You know, they was old timey places back in the day. Bits service station over there on Highway 90 was one of them.
Yeah.
Hey, Bit, I need a brown bag. Yeah. The statute of limitations is gone on that. Yeah. I can talk about that and laugh about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But this county was built on biblical principles.
Right.
What's happened to us? We have allowed in the last 15 years, 16 years, we have allowed an influx of Democrats that had lost all of their relevance due to men standing up, such as Donald Trump, and taking hold of the reins and saying no more.
Right.
A lot of your Democrats lost their relevance. Well, we've got a number of them that moved here and changed their party affiliation. Some of them actually lived here as Democrats and changed their party affiliations. They changed their party name, but they kept their tendencies and they kept their tactics. And they are responsible for turning this job or this position into a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Then you've got the builders and developers. They're turning it into, well, we got 4 of them right now that have ties with that industry.
Wow.
How do you think they're going to vote?
Right.
They have ties, direct ties with that industry. You know, they don't have any qualifications other than I'm a lady and I'm popular. What do you do with that?
Yeah.
You know, you can't jump out there and beat up on the ladies.
Yeah.
You know, well, you can. But you're going to have a whole bunch of women on your back.
Yeah.
But this type of thing, you know, we have got to get back to electing people who are qualified. We got roads all over this. One big issue with mine and But it's because I live over in that area, and I have a lot of acquaintances and bikers that live out that way. There's a whole section out there called American Farms.
Yeah. Yes.
There are 2 roads, in and out.
Right.
One comes in S.A. Jones Road off of Highway 90.
Yeah.
The other one comes in right there at Highway 87, Hickory Hammock, American Farm Road. There's not a stripe. There's not a center line. There's not a side line showing the edge of the road on none of the roads in that area. There's a road right next to there's an 80-acre plot. Used to be owned by a doctor, and he wouldn't sell it for other money. I think someone has finally talked him into selling it. But it's 80 acres right there on Hickory Hammock Road, right next to Hickory Hammock Baptist Church. Yeah. Big, huge field, goes up the top of the hill. Me and my kids used to ride the horses up to the top of that hill and have picnics. And you can see from there to the 5 towers over at Portofino. At night, one of the most beautiful views you ever wanted to see.
Wow.
But that road, Carl Booker,
yep,
they just built 30 brand new houses.
Yeah.
Don't go down that road at night, especially if it's raining. Don't do it. You're taking your life in your own hands. The road is totally unmarked black asphalt.
Yeah.
Built all these brand new homes down through there.
Yeah.
Where now we've got all that extra traffic on that road we're used to. People that lived there, they knew if you seen a set of headlights coming at you, you wasn't going to be able to see the road.
Yeah.
So what you done, you slowed down real slow and got over to the side until that car got by you.
Right.
Got a bunch of cars over there now.
Yeah.
With no infrastructure, none. We don't have any no medical services whatsoever.
No, there's not.
East of Blackwater River. None.
No. There's no medical.
No medical, no
and there's
clinic, no.
Many times that it was needed.
Well,
it's not there.
My wife's grandmother, for one, but look at this whole thing with Highway 90.
Mm-hmm.
Look how old that survey is. That survey was done back before the 5,000 houses was added.
Yeah.
That survey is obsolete.
Yeah.
It's outdated. That survey does not in any way conform to the traffic that's on Highway 90 today.
Right.
4-lane in Highway 90 has become an obsolete project. It's being used as a dog and pony show to try to gain some influence. I've been working on Highway 90 since when? Since like 2 or 3 months. This whole thing, the TPO.
Yeah.
Hey, we just got it moved from, that was number 7.
It was like 14 to 4.
Yeah, we got it moved to 4.
All right.
Really? When's 4's completion date?
Yeah.
Did you look at it?
Yeah.
Around 235, 40, somewhere in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Time you get the funding and do all the preliminaries and then the construction. I've got a solution to that, but it takes the county and the city working hand in hand together.
Yeah.
All that was needed would be to turn those lights, constant green going through town, with no left turns.
Right.
From the river bridge to Stewart Street.
Yeah.
And the traffic would flow. Couple hours in the afternoon, couple hours in the morning. That's when 90% of the traffic is a problem. How about this? How about, there used to be a courthouse down there.
Yeah.
You've got 3 traffic lights down there now that have to serve no purpose. Other than they stop traffic.
Stop traffic. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
When do we propose to get rid of those? They are serving no purpose. None. It's so simple if you use common sense.
Yeah.
And not make it a well, we're gonna hold this for election day. We'll bring this. Let me go to Washington D.C. About 6 months in here before it's election time, and we'll make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
You made a big deal out of it. You went to Washington D.C. You talked to a congressman that might not be in office after this election's over.
Right.
So what kind of guarantees did you get from him? You got to go home and give me 5 other roads that need working on, and we'll get them out there and get them to start doing a study.
Yeah.
We don't need that here. We need our county commissioners to stand up and do what's right. The rezoning, that's another big issue with me. Rezoning and variances.
Right.
Any piece of property that needs to be rezoned, why was it zoned in the first place?
Yeah.
Now, it's got to be rezoned to accommodate another project?
Right.
Well, it wasn't zoned for that project in the beginning. Why does it need to be rezoned? Oh, well, it might, it's going to make a difference in rezoning agricultural land. It's kind of gotten out of our hands right now. Yeah. Tallahassee made some laws that covered most of it.
Yeah.
But as far as rezoning for building purposes,
yeah,
a majority vote of 3.
Right.
Right now, that's totally controlled by the builders and developers. They have 3 men in there right now that vote their favor every time. Go back and look.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Yeah. I
would suggest that one of the ways that we can protect our areas is make it a unanimous vote of 5 in order to rezone something.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
Yeah.
It's common sense. A variance is needed. I've pulled many a variance. I've pulled permits. I know how permits work.
Right.
I'm not going there green.
Yeah.
I would go in there with a knowledge of what's necessary to slow it down.
Yeah.
You can't stop progress. Nobody even intends to stop progress.
Sure.
But progress ought to sustain itself.
Right. Yeah.
If you put 5 coffee shops in a row, one of them's going to go broke because the coffee ain't no good.
Right.
Who is in charge of that? Who permitted that?
Yeah.
Zoning and planning is supposed to be in charge of things like that. But we basically castrated zoning and planning.
Yeah.
If they make a decision, county commissioner said, thumb their nose at it, vote against it. We need to have a little more accountability.
Yeah.
That's why I'm running.
Yeah.
God said, go home and run. I was called. Yeah. A lot of preachers, you look at them, and then the old saying was, some are called,
yeah,
and some are sent, and some just pack up and go.
Yep.
Hoping there's something there when they get there.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I was called to this position. I'm not going to quit.
Right.
I'm debt free.
Yeah.
I live off Social Security retirement.
Yeah.
Do that if you want to. I don't care what you do or not. I do.
All right.
I think I get like, I don't know, about $1,800 a month, something like that.
Right.
I live on that.
Yeah.
I have budgeted myself. I know how my companies.
Yeah.
I read my last year in business. I think I done like $1.6 million with a trucking company. Budget. If you can't balance your budget at home and live debt free,
Yeah.
what makes you think you got Santa Rosa County is the largest business? It's a business.
Yeah.
The largest business that we have in the county. Largest employer in the county. If you consider all the teachers and and all the different aspects of the employees that you have in the county,
Right.
The money that is spent. At one time, the people of the county would say, "No, we don't need that. We don't want that." But they were more informed than we are today. They knew what was going to be voted on a month or 2 months ahead of time. It's like right now they're trying to spring data centers on us.
Yeah.
Show me some paperwork. Why are we trying to swap land out in District 2, Yellow River area?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we doing a land swap out there under cover with no discussion? Why? Don't you think the people ought to know? And I ain't talking about a week before you do it and everybody's against it and then you go up there and approve it.
Right.
There ought to be a set program, a month. They've got a mailing list down there in their offices.
Yeah.
How about sending out emails? Hey, we're going to be discussing this.
Yeah.
And do it a month ahead of time. Give people the opportunity to go. What about the time that you have to go when everybody's at work? How many? Most people right now, they make about $200 a day.
Yeah.
Are you willing to give up $200 a day to go down there to a meeting? Most people aren't.
Most would not.
Most cannot afford to.
Right. Well, $200.
How about let's propose that we move the meetings to maybe 6:30 to 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
Somebody say, "Well, yeah, people at work at night. A lot of them go in. Graveyard shift starts at 10:30.
Yeah.
If we have that meeting 6:30, 7:30, something along in there, we'd have more participation. The county, the people would be more informed.
Yeah.
The people used to determine all of the outer line, other than infrastructure, public safety, and budget.
Yeah.
The people determined what they wanted in this county.
Right.
None of us have ever voted for a constant surveillance system to invade our privacy. Clock system is constant. That camera don't determine who's driving by, whether they're a criminal or an everyday citizen, but they record everyone. That's surveillance.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. And then they store that material, and then they keep that material.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for surveillance in my life.
Yeah.
And nobody in this county did that I know of. Maybe we got some people that moved here and changed parties and still liberal Democrats. Most of your higher ups right now in the Republican Party, the groups in this area, most of them are former Democrats. They are run by former Democrats.
Huh.
You got a committee woman for the Republican Party of Florida.
Yeah.
Former Democrat.
Huh.
Not that long ago. You got vice president of the Republican caucus.
Yeah.
Things like that. You got people who these different call themselves news groups, concerned citizens of this, and people of pace, and these different organizations are infested and ran by former Democrats.
Yeah.
They are Republicans. They listed as Republicans. They're Republican in name only. They still got all of their tactics,
Right.
to get things done their way.
Yeah.
And if we don't get away from this being a popularity or a bought, hey, look, if we're going to let them buy and pay for one seat, why not let them buy and pay for the whole board?
Right. Yeah.
Just give the county that money. Just give the county the money. I'm dead free. They didn't give me a dime.
Yeah.
Don't want nothing from them. But that is why. Every bit of this is why I am running. And it has nothing to do but with qualifications.
Right.
I know how to fix roads. I know how to build roads. I know how to stop erosion. I know how, parks and parking lots.
Yeah.
I know how to build those. Built them out in Texas for a while.
Yeah.
These kind of things, common sense type stuff that we need. East Milton. Here you go again. Look at all the number of houses that have been approved that hadn't been built yet.
Quite a few.
That are scheduled to be built next year.
Yeah.
In East Milton.
Tons. A lot of houses out in East Milton.
Over 1,100 rezonings already signed 2025. Go ask for a plat of all these homes. Look at where they're at. There's whole communities.
Yeah.
Now, you heard them screaming about those sidewalks going out. They had a picture on Facebook, a sidewalk to nowhere, they call it.
Yeah.
I can show you whole communities and whole streets where they built all these new houses. Where's the sidewalks?
No sidewalks.
None.
I see them all the time.
None.
Yeah.
Well, 4 or 5 years from now, who's they going to be screaming at? We need some sidewalks around here.
Yeah.
Who's going to pay for it?
Yeah.
Who's going to pay for it?
Right.
John Q. Taxpayer is going to pay for it.
Yeah.
The county's going to have to go in there and put those sidewalks in. Well, but maybe, now just maybe they're waiting this new sewer water system they're putting in. And wasn't a whole lot of talk about that one either. Wasn't no heads up.
Yeah.
But it's there.
Yeah.
I asked one, I'm not going to call it now, I asked one of the DeKalb County Commissioners one day, I said, look, it costs about $5,000 to hook up to a sewer system. Went, am I right?
Yeah.
All of these new houses that you're building that have septic tank systems, why not go ahead and run all the lines to hook up to the sewer system so that cost is not passed on once y'all put the system in? Why couldn't the builders and developers be part of the permitting and part of the land system?
Right.
Do you think somebody with zero experience is going to even think about something like that? Not highly.
Yeah.
Not highly. Those are the kind of things that it's unacceptable.
Right.
Totally unacceptable. And I feel like that my qualifications, that I can go in there and make a difference immediately.
Right.
It's not going to take me a year. You're not going to have to pay me to learn the system.
Right.
How about we start asking the tough questions from our candidates?
Yeah.
Common sense.
Yeah.
If you got a busted knee, are you gonna go to the dentist to get it fixed? Still the same doctor. That doctor by their name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna go to our lives? It's funny, you know. Well, they got good Christian values and they're honest but do they have qualifications?
Right.
Well, they can learn it. You're gonna pay them to learn to do the job that you're paying them to do.
Right. I don't know many jobs that do that.
How about retirement?
Right.
How about retirement? I told the Republican Liberty Caucus, I ain't looking for no retirement. I got all the retirement I need.
Yeah.
I figure myself, one, to show them it can be done, and I'm done.
But
if I can show you that it can be done, if you do it the right way, everything has basics. I don't care if it's roping a cow or building a fence. You've got basic things that you have to do.
But
try to build without a foundation. We have got to get back to basics. We've totally lost sight of the things that's necessary to keep this county running and running properly.
Right. Yeah.
Ain't much else I can tell you about me other than I'm a crusty old goat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that.
Well, hey, you're in the race. I mean, you got your name in the hat, and I mean, and for all those reasons that you mentioned, that's why you're in politics in this politics.
This ought to be
right here, and District 2 specifically is
where I live.
It's where you live. So if you're going to be in politics and if you're going to, get into this, it's your home.
Why not you have the qualifications to get into it?
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now there's been, as you mentioned, there's been some votes that some people were not too thrilled about. Some things that came through that were approved that were pretty good. And you talked about the growth. You mentioned growth. We do have a lot of people moving to our area here in Santa Rosa County. Again, I don't blame them. It's a nice area.
But not for long at the rate we're going.
Well, that brings us to our next question. How would you manage growth while protecting the local character of this community?
Number one, no rezoning of any agricultural land. Right. Zero. Governor DeSantis has pretty much done that. Now we've got this new thing called you're near residential,
right?
And it can go either way.
Yeah.
If it's residential, if it's agriculture, it's still agriculture.
Yeah.
I don't care where it's at. It can still grow a garden.
Right.
the way to slow down some of this unchecked building practices is through the permitting laws.
Right.
Is through proposing that the builders and developers, they are responsible for elevations. They are responsible for a survey to do the drainage.
Right.
Make them responsible for that. Make them have to do all of those things to satisfy our county ordinances.
Yeah.
And then, let's build a house.
Right.
But let's put those things in place first.
Right.
That's going to slow it down some. Now, you're talking about holding on to different, as of January the 1st, if somebody wants to put a double-wide mobile home over there in downtown Gulf Breeze,
they will be able to.
The law has been changed.
Yep.
Your HOA
Yeah.
Might have a little bit of control, but not much. They put mobile homes right next door to your $1 million home.
Yeah. Yeah.
The states took that out of our hands, which we need to petition Matt Gates' daddy, Don Gates.
Yep.
We need to petition him and our other. I'm gonna send a note to Ron DeSantis. I still have his number.
Yep.
But that needs to be repealed immediately.
I have a feeling it's going to cause some problems across the state.
Major problems.
Yeah.
But basically look at one of the things that we can do to bring the housing to a level where some people can now afford it.
Yeah.
How about let's offer some incentives to people like Habitat for Humanity? They go in and build homes for a whole lot less money than, when I was growing up, man, if you had a 1,200 square foot brick home, you were living in a high cot.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
1,200 square feet. Had 2 bathrooms.
That's right. That's right.
Or some of them didn't have a 1.5 baths.
Yeah.
Young people growing up don't need any more than that.
Yeah.
How about putting some, and I know a lot of people are against them, but how about putting some apartment buildings?
Yeah.
Apartment complex.
Right.
They got their swimming pool. They got all the amenities that they need.
Yeah.
That's where most single people like to live. They don't buy a home.
Right.
They don't want to be responsible for cutting the grass and keeping the yard up and getting fined by a HOA.
Yeah.
They'd rather live in an apartment. Where are they at? That's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Than I don't believe I've seen any homes that are being built right now today.
Right.
That's under $200,000. Are there any projects?
I can't think of one. No.
Most of them start around $279, $289. Those folks working for a roofing company or a mechanic or
Right.
everyday American citizen, you reckon they can afford that?
Teacher.
Be mighty hard.
Yeah.
So let's build some smaller houses. Let's designate some land. And invite builders. We gave just a gigantic tax break.
Right.
To Walmart to build out there at 5 Points. For years, they've got a tax break. Yeah. How about us offering a tax break to some of those low-cost builders to come in and build places that people, everyday people, can afford to buy and live in?
Can afford, right?
We can still keep our county rural area.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, that obviously growth is going to continue to happen, and
That's progress. You can't stop.
That's progress, right? Now, so let's see here. Now, with so many people, we have a lot of different. There's different jobs, different streams of revenue, different incomes. Small businesses.
Yep.
What's your vision on small business and the economic development for small business here in our area?
Well, and we've already touched on this briefly. One of the things is, you don't need 9 service stations in a 3-block area.
Right.
Same way you don't need 5 coffee shops within a 2-block area.
Right.
This goes into the zoning and planning.
Yeah.
Those folks there, they ought to be. That's their job. You know, my job is when they say, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
My job is to vote no.
Right.
If they say, yeah, this is a good idea, this will work in that area,
Yeah.
then my job is to vote yes on that.
Right.
But there again, the only way to stop that is by permitting.
Yeah.
Permitting, zoning, variances, there's all kind of ways to stop it.
Yeah.
But we need to be made aware. Small businesses, I would say if a small business came in here that showed a potential for 5 employees,
Right.
why not give them a little tax break to come in here and start a business?
Yeah.
You gave Walmart a big one.
Yeah.
Little mom and pop places around here, they deserve as much consideration as Walmart does. Or are we esteeming those higher than others?
Right. Right.
You know, where does our esteeming stop?
Yeah.
With the millionaire or the guy making 100,000?
Yeah.
So, you know, there's all kind of ways that you can offer incentives for businesses. One of them is tax breaks.
Right.
And the commissioners can approve that.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be a good way to do it. Absolutely.
So, you know, just common sense.
Yeah.
You want somebody to come put something on this piece of property? Give them an incentive to do it.
Right. Right.
That's like right now, we could use 2 or 3 Medicaid, little medical clinics, or at least one.
Right.
We could use some. There was a home that burnt completely to the ground before the fire department ever got there on my street.
Okay.
You know why?
It took them a while to.
They had to run. They ran out of water. Oh, it burnt by the time they got there.
Right.
But when they got there, they didn't have any water. Closest fire hydrant was almost a half a mile down the road.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Response time, it is so elementary. How many kids nationally per household? Was it 2.37 or something number like that?
Yeah.
I don't know where the 0.37 part of them comes from, but
I don't know.
if you've got 100 homes, new homes,
Right.
then you can expect, let's say, 300 new kids.
Yep.
There's no schools over there, none.
Yeah.
Where are they gonna go to school?
They're gonna have to get in the car and drive.
Wait a minute now. Now you've created more traffic on Highway 90.
Yeah.
because they got to go into Milton to go to school.
Right.
Where are you going to buy their clothes? Got to go to Milton to buy their clothes.
Right.
And where are you going to take them out to eat? Got to go to Milton, take them out to eat.
Yeah.
There is absolutely zero public facilities. We got a Piggly Wiggly
Yeah.
on 87. We got I think, well, in my district, my area right out there where I live, I think we've got 4 Dollar Generals.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there are.
But those kind of things, that needs to be addressed.
Right.
One of the first things that I would do, and I've already talked to a bunch of people, it's not just my district. The roads coming over here, when I left the house and come out here to this interview, I looked at roads.
Yeah.
No markings. Or markings that are very, barely visible. First thing I would do is, by golly, I'm going to propose, we're going to restripe.
Yeah.
And we're going to line every road that needs to be in all our districts, not just mine.
Right.
I'm a commissioner for the whole county,
Yeah.
not just mine, not just my district.
Striping.
If we don't get it,
Simple.
look, have you ever been on one of those roads at night that didn't have no lines and it was raining?
It's tough. It's tough to see.
You can't tell whether you're on the road or in the grass.
Yeah.
Where does it stop?
Right. I was down.
Stopped at the commissioner's office.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my whole take on that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So we touched a little bit on growth, small business, and let's see. I might get one more question in here, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see. We actually did talk a little bit about our waterways, farmland, and natural resources, on how protecting those.
Absolutely, they need to be protected 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's part of the character of.
Well, and it's like, this new thing that's come up. It is already being discussed behind closed doors. You know it, I know it, and most of the people that have even a small amount of knowledge, right, they're trying to put a data center here in Santa Rosa County.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Well, it's been pretty public that they're trying to do something in Escambia County too.
Yeah. They keeping the one over here real quiet.
Right.
But there's already been talk about the heights. They have a height restriction.
Well,
that where they're wanting to build it, they couldn't build it there because of the height restriction.
right.
But if they swap this piece of land for that piece of land, the height restriction goes away.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
We're rural.
Right.
We like barns, and we like farms, and we like clear creeks and rivers, and we like canoeing, and we like camping.
Yeah.
Keep Northwest Florida rural. Keep Santa Rosa County rural.
Yeah.
Pensacola's already lost their mind, but
Yeah.
at least keep Milton rural.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a part of it, and honestly, as a commissioner, it would be exactly the thing that you would be protecting. I mean, that would be part of the job, right?
Yeah, a data center, they talk about, oh, look at all the jobs. The jobs on a data center are when it's being built.
Yeah.
Once that data center is built, it destroys jobs.
Yeah.
It only takes 12 to 15 technicians to run an entire data center.
Yeah.
Maintenance people, 2 or 3 comes in, they're gone.
Yeah.
How many jobs were lost because of it?
Could be dozens.
AI.
Could be hundreds.
AI, you're right. Dozens, hundreds.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the destruction of the land around it.
Yeah.
The contaminants
Yeah.
that our water systems are going to be subjected to. Yeah, I'm against it.
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
And
That would be. I feel like it's probably going to be a
it's
conversation.
going to be a fight.
Yeah.
No, look, there are counties right now. There are counties, there are communities that have actually banned and have won,
Yeah.
have banned a data center being built there.
Right.
I think it's 69 counties or 69
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And I saw this on the news, so, of course, they lie to us too, but how about let's be number 70?
Yeah.
How about let's ban it before it gets started?
Yeah.
That'd be the easy way for the community to be listened to.
That's true. That's true.
Let's go ahead and try to ban that now
Yeah.
before it gets started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's repeal the Fox cameras and the speed zone cameras. We ain't never had in 73 years, I cannot ever tell you of an accident that happened in a school zone.
Right.
And ain't never been a kid hurt.
Right.
But now we want to surveil. Did you see the one where they wanted the kids to have these badges that had their numbers and all that?
Right.
Yeah, what about that one?
Right.
Then they know exactly where your kid's at, what they're doing every minute of the day.
Oh.
You want that? Not in my house.
Yeah.
Let's don't give any more of our pursuit of happiness away.
Right. Right.
Yeah, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Hey, don't give no more of my pursuits away.
Right.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Being a crusty old goat.
Yeah. No more of those, right?
Right.
Let's see. Okay. So we talked a little bit about the natural resources and farmland. And really I would say what we can do, we'll wrap it off with one last question. You talked about your experience. You talked about your qualifications. You talked about your the different experiences that you've had over the years that would qualify you as a commissioner here. So, if there was something that you wanted to say to everybody that would, let them know why that these voters would vote for you for District 2 as county commissioner.
Well, folks, promises. There's all kind of excuses to break promises.
Yeah.
Bible says, as a man purpose in his heart, so shall he do. If I give you my word's better than a written contract. Contracts are made to be broken. I will not break my word. And I give you my word that honesty and integrity and a balanced budget, no new taxes whatsoever. We've got all the tax money we need. We just need to live within our means. No more rezoning our ag lands. No more destroying our wetlands and our filtration system for our rivers and creeks with contaminants by a variance. I give you my word, I will fight against that kind of stuff. the surveillance, I will fight against it. I can't be bought. I can't be bribed. And I've been in the biker world for almost 50 years now, on both sides of the streets, the outlaw side and the independent side, as a minister and as a don't get in my face.
Yeah.
There's one thing about it. There ain't enough men on that commission that can bully me to vote for something that the citizens of this county does not want. I give you my word on that. No.
Yeah.
Don't go for popularity.
Yeah.
Don't go for money. I haven't cost you a dime.
Yeah.
Vote for somebody that's going to go in there and then go in there with the intent to dismantle the majority decisions that are affecting our lives every day that we shouldn't have to live with. And that's my word to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, is there somewhere that people can go if they wanted to reach out to you? If anybody has any questions, anything?
Ronald Casper Pittman. I have a website. RonaldCasperPittman.com. They'll take you there.
Okay.
We took one of our old Facebook pages we've had for years. Right. Wasn't nobody doing nothing with it because we wasn't here.
Right.
It's called Like-Minded Patriots of Santa Rosa County.
Like-Minded Patriots
of Santa Rosa County.
of Santa Rosa County.
You get in touch with me there.
Okay.
My phone number. You're talking about, well, are you gonna change when you get? No, I'm not gonna change. I've got the same cell phone number I've had for almost 30 years. So I don't change. But what you get from me today, you'll get the same thing 4 years from now. Me and my son discussed that. He said, Dad, when I was growing up, we taught you when you were coaching I was coaching baseball and football and basketball. I even coached women's soccer. My girls growing up. But my son, he had 4 kids of his own. He said, Dad, he said, when I was growing up, all the boys on our team thought you was the meanest dad out of every one of our dads. He said, but I found out you wasn't mean.
Yeah.
You were consistent.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, if it's a screw up today, it's going to be a screw up tomorrow.
Right.
If it's okay today, it's going to be okay tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't change.
Right.
If I make a mistake, I'm more than willing to correct it.
Right.
But I don't change.
Yeah.
Money can't buy me. I don't change.
Right.
Matter of fact, let's go one step further.
Yeah.
The very first year, I'll donate 25% of whatever salary I make back to the county, to the taxpayers.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard of that yet. To anything.
I'll donate a quarter of,
Yeah.
half a day is a long day for them.
Right.
I ain't never in my life seen a job where you can work half a day and make $100,000 a year. Yeah. Maybe doing the computer thing, because I don't do that, but maybe. I'll donate 25% of my straight back. I'll donate it right back to the citizens of this county.
Yeah.
And that just hit me.
Yeah.
I'll do that. The money is irrelevant.
Yeah.
The money. I already donate more than that right now.
Yeah.
I went through almost $200,000 in the last 10 years riding for Trump on my dime.
Right.
Now, a lot of it, we were reimbursed.
Right.
But for the most part, my dime.
Right.
The money's irrelevant. I'm sure we've got good A-rated 501c3
Yeah.
in this area,
Sure. Yeah.
then I will donate that money directly back to the citizens.
Right. That's a pretty good offer, folks. I like I said, I haven't heard any of the candidates suggest something like that.
I ain't even thought of it till me and you was just talking about it.
Till just now. Yeah.
Look, I've got a home, I've got vehicles, I've got a hobby.
Yeah. Yeah. You're set.
I eat every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I normally eat once a day. That's just me, because if I eat more than that, I'll be bigger than a blimp. But I could eat 3 times a day.
Yeah.
My wife's pure Italian. She makes homemade stuff. We go out to eat maybe once a month,
Right.
and we do it as a treat for the children. Yeah.
Yeah.
The money is irrelevant. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the prestige. I've had all the national prestige I can handle.
Yeah.
I've been on more stages than most people's looked at.
Right.
I don't need the prestige. I will be a voice for the people. But as you can tell, I'll be a loud voice when it comes down to it. Y'all have a good day.
Well, there we have it. Mr. RC Pittman has come in to talk to us a little bit. He is running for District 2 Santa Rosa County Commission. And there's some information out there. You can reach him online. There's a website.
Personal phone number, 850-313-7602.
There it is.
313-7602. And I'll answer it.
And there's the number. So we have a website, we've got a Facebook, and we've got a cell phone number. If you need them, you can call them. All right.
Thank you much.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. This has been the Blackwater Report. And until next time, take care. Thanks, sir. Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
that was good.